Good day. Welcome to Coach on Cam, where we feature insightful topics from the world of coaching. I'm your host, Coach Michelle Flores Rosario. Just a bit of a background about me. I'm executive and life coach, and I'm currently doing talent development, business excellence, project management, leadership transformation, and safety leadership transformation coaching. Today's episode is brought to you in partnership with the Philippine Society for Talent Development, or PSTD, Davao chapter. And we are very, very honored to be hanging out today with Coach Jacqueline Louis, who is actually the lead and president of PSTD Davao chapter and my fellow ICF coach. She is a credentialed coach for ICF as professional certified coach, practicing as an executive, leadership, and life coach. And she will tell us more about many things on coaching and PSTD. So there will be three things that we will be touching on for today's episode. The first one is the significance of International Coaching Federation, or ICF, chartered chapters partnership with PSTD in spreading the word on professional coaching. Second, what coaching is all about and how we need to fully explain in Bisaya what professional coaching is versus other learning methodologies. And finally, how ICF is stating the coaching experience in Davao. At this point, I'd like to hand you over to Coach Jack to do her greetings and some intro. Coach Jack.
Hi, Michelle. Good afternoon or good morning or good evening now to everyone and to all the viewers. Um, Thank you very much for this opportunity to have conversations with you and, of course, to bring, as you mentioned, professional coaching and what is it all about in our region.
So thank you for that, Jack. So earlier, I've mentioned about partnership of ICF and PSTD. So Jack, firstly, tell us more about the exciting things that are happening between ICF and PSTD.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. And of course, as mentioned, this partnership. So, Philippine Society for Talent Development is a group also of talent development practitioners in our country, of which it is our partner, a globally recognized assessor and certifier, and a center for excellence and the go to organization for talent development best practices. And in partnership with International Coaching Federation, coaching is one of the tools of which we are going to practice talent development. So we are seeing the opportunity and the synergy of this partnership, which happens this International Coaching Week, and that will be also on May 17, of which we are going to conduct the Panagtigum. So first, allow me to share of what is Panagtigum all about. So Panagtigum is a Bisaya word, which it means a convention in English. It is a gathering or it is a reunion. So if we relate it to business term, it may mean power breakfast or
Mm.
a power meeting with a shared meal or while sharing a meal. So the relationship with International Coaching Federation, of course, we know and we believe that the mission of ICF is we advance coaching excellence, impact, and value worldwide. Um, we remain committed to leading the profession through excellence, impact, and value, and supporting coaching's ability to advance society for the better. And this Panagtigum is an opportunity to do this this mission.
Thank you, Jack. I love the word panagtigom. Coincidentally, ladies and gentlemen, Jack and I are also Bisaya. So
Yeah.
it's actually nice to be having conversation with someone who is also a Bisaya. So Jack, you've mentioned a lot about coaching earlier, no? With ICF and also with Panagtigom. But first off, what is coaching, Jack?
Yeah, thank you so much, Michelle. Coaching, as defined by the International Coaching Federation, it is a partnership or partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. So it is the process of coaching that often unlocks previously untapped sources of imagination, productivity, and leadership. So if we are going really to relate to a very simple um, definition of that, it is a conversation that supports the client to be at his or her best. It is a um, partnership between the coach and the client so that they can grow together and become the best that they can be, both as a coach and a client.
Thank you, Jack. So there's this partnership, there's a coach, and there is a client or the coachee, no? So at this point, I'd love to ask, so what can, our audience here expect when they actually get a coach?
Yeah. Um, the first and foremost, I just would like also to differentiate what is a coach from other learning methodologies. Um, Coaching, when you get a coach, it is not having a mentor and it is not a mentoring relationship. Wherein the mentor is the one that imparts knowledge and shares an experience to a mentee. So that's not coaching. It is not also a training
Mm,
because the trainer provides instructions on specific sets of skills or competencies and may also show examples. And it is not also consulting, wherein the consultant will be known to diagnose and provide or give an expert advice or expert solutions to the situation of the client. So in coaching, those three learning methodologies are not present there.
mm,
So um, it is also very different from sports coaching. Ours is about professional coaching, wherein um, both the sports coach and the professional coach will be able to arrive at a change of behavior
mm,
in order for the client or the coachee to perform the best. So it's the same with professional coaching. However, in the sports coaching, there is an instruction on the skills, the
mm,
knowledge, the best practices, and etc. While in professional coaching, there is that partnership with the individual towards achieving the goal through self-discovery, through self-awareness, because we believe as professional coaches that the client knows or has a gift and there's nothing to be fixed for that client. And the method in the sports coaching, it is directive. While in professional coaching, it is non-directive because as mentioned earlier, we believe that the client, um, there's nothing to be fixed to the client. The client really has a gift. We just have to um, guide or support the client in really becoming aware of those gifts that the client possess. Another thing is in sports coaching, there is teaching there is advising, and there is supervising. while in professional coaching, the partnership is most of the time, if not all the time, is the relationship between the client and the coach, and facilitates and empower the client in order for the client to really be at her or his best. So I think that's how we are going to see how you are going to get a professional coach, and see in that context or see in that perspective.
Thank you, Jack. That was excellently articulated. We know for a fact that in the Philippines, there's still a mix of, you know, understanding of what coaching is versus mentoring versus training, and even versus, you know, sports coaching. Yeah. So it was really important for you to just, provide that definition and the differences. So at this point, Jack, I'd love to deepen the conversation now around coaching as a partnership, because this was also mentioned earlier, no? So in the context of partnership, what shall a coach and coachee, because it's a partnership, right? Prepare before a coaching conversation.
Yeah. Um, of course, first is I would like to emphasize the process.
Mm,
When the client and the coach will come together in this partnership, which is through a conversation, um, it is meant really to have an outcome, a desired outcome of the client, and not necessarily of the coach. So the coach, during the conversation process or during the coaching process, it really sets an agreement, it sets
mm,
accountability, both the client and the coach, because the coach will be the accountability partner of the client. So the coach asks questions rather than tell the client what to do, and elicit client generated solutions,
mm,
client's ideas, the client's wisdom, and the client's strategies, and facilitate the client to connect, and reconnect, and even recenter to
mm,
one's own personal genius, to one's own personal wisdom, and will hold the client responsible and accountable to the actions or to the empowering actions of of that is conceived or that is decided
mm,
by the client. So what's the preparation then? Of course, the coach is a professional coach, is
mm,
a certified one who really underwent 60 hours or more than that,
mm,
that is being trained by an agency or an institution or a school that is also being certified by the International Coaching Federation.
mm,
Um, or they can also get a credentialed coach who are associate certified coach or a professional certified coach or the highest level, which is a master certified coach. And
mm,
that those are the gold standard of granted by the International Coaching Federation. Now, how about the client? Since it is a partnership, there is also a preparation that a client should also do.
mm,
The client has to come to the coaching conversation prepared with what are the goals that the client would like to work on? What
mm,
are the topics that the client would like to work on with the coach? Or the coachee would come to the coaching conversation coming with herself. Um, what are those that she needs support or he needs support to from the coach? So those are the partnership preparation of the client and the coach before coming to the conversation. And perhaps you can add something to that, Michelle, being the coach as well. Apart from the client has to be fully present during the conversation of what goals or targets that the client would like to achieve. The coach as well needs to be fully present for the
Yes.
client during the conversation, because there's nobody else that's important during the conversation but the full presence
Yeah.
of the coach, because the client is the most important person in that conversation.
Yeah. Jack, thank you for that. In fact, I'd love to add one more, no? As a coach myself, it's also very important that before we actually go into a coaching conversation, that we are actually mentally, emotionally, and even physically well, right? And prepared. Because as we go into the conversation, we are going to be present fully. So that kind of preparation has to be there as well. So thank you for that, Jack. Now, Jack, at the start of the session today, in this Coach on Cam, we've touched around what kind of coach I am, what kind of coach you are. And then you've mentioned earlier about ICF credentialing and also different kinds of coaches. So I would love to ask, such that our audience can actually know more about this. What should they look for in a coach?
Yeah. So as mentioned, that they are credentialed and they have been trained by an institution or a school or an agency that is accredited by the International Coaching Federation. To sum it up, they really need to look for the education of the coach. Are they professionally trained? It means that it will be great that the institution or that coach has been trained by an institution that is accredited by the International Coaching Federation.
Mhm.
And of course, the coach has experience. As mentioned, if you are an associate certified coach, you have 100 or more hours of coaching, professional coaching. And of course, there is that credibility that
Mm.
the coach has been carrying with her or with him. And as mentioned, of course, if you passed from a school or an agency that is accredited by the International Coaching Federation, then that coach really went through a a thorough process of
Mm.
really learning and really educating himself or herself in order for the coach to really guide or
Mm.
support or partner with excellence and credibility and experience and the right education towards the coachee or the client.
So thank you for that, Jack. Um, I'm really, I think, amazed at how the coaching process and the credentialing is actually carried out because, as we all know, right, capacity and capability building doesn't actually just rest with awareness and then we apply it. So you've mentioned earlier that, there has to be education. And with that education, coaches or professional coaches are actually dabbling themselves into actual coaching practice. And has to actually show evidence that they are in fact competent as coaches before they are even certified or credentialed. So, credentialing, certification, we've talked about ICF earlier. So, Jack, what is the role of ICF as an organization in coaching?
Yeah. So ICF is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, organization of professional coaches in the globe or in the world. So it is the one that accepts professional coaches who are really trained. No? So I just would like to emphasize that when we say competent, has credibility, and really carries with them the excellence,
Mm.
it also means that they are embodied with ethics,
Mm.
ethical practice. And that's one thing also that our clients out there or those who are thinking about getting a professional coach, they have to really think about that those people who are supporting them or partnering with them as professional coaches and are credentialed or certified or members of International Coaching Federation carry with them those ethical practices. Um, the vision of International Coaching Federation, it is really envisioning for the world to really have um, transformative growth for individuals,
Mm,
and coaching is an integral part of that in transforming our societies. So we believe that transformative growth, the power of transformative growth for individuals in the society will be done through coaching. So and that's the reason why we would like to really amplify
mm,
this benefit, and really bring this benefit to the people in our region,
mm,
to the people here in the Bisaya region, and Visayas and Mindanao,
mm,
how wonderful the world of coaching is. And it is part also, or tool as well, in developing talents. May they be in the organization or
mm,
in your societies or communities. Now,
mm.
so we really would like you to experience that. That's why we are bringing it on May 17 and become accessible to the people in Visayas and Mindanao, and that will be able to really accelerate professional coaching by transforming the community of Visayas and Mindanao through the Panagtigom.
Thank you, Jack. So I'd love to just, share my thoughts around what you mentioned earlier around transformative growth. I think one of the key experience I had doing coaching really is that it's not around, putting band-aid solutions. You have a pain point now, you have an opportunity now, and then you just try to put a solution to it. And then finally, in the future, it will actually recur if it's a pain point. But what is transformative growth and applying coaching on it is that it's actually sustainable growth. It sustains people to actually think about themselves even after the coaching sessions, right?
Yeah.
So, Jack, at this point, we've tackled the three things that we've said at the
Mm.
start of the session. And to the audience, watching this video, we hope that you enjoy Coach on Cam's episode today. And it is our hope that the discussion that Jack and I had will shed light on the benefits of professional coaching. Hopefully this is something that business leaders in the Visaya, no? So that's both Visayas and Mindanao, may want to explore because, this is something that you can try out to unlock potential and empower both personal and professional growth. And hopefully this can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling lives. Again, thank you, Jack. At this point, I'd love for you to just invite once more our audience here for the Panagtigom event.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michelle. And of course, I am really deeply honored as the chapter lead of the Philippine Society for Talent Development Davao chapter. I am deeply honored with this partnership with the International Coaching Federation, Philippines Charter chapter, that bringing coaching through experiencing coaching on May
Mm,
17, with, if you are a member of Davao Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, and you are a member of Philippine Society for Training and Development Cebu, or you are a member of the Philippine Society for Talent Development national level, and of course, if you are a member of the Philippine Society for Talent Development Davao chapter, please join us. It's just 500 pesos. You will be able to attend what others have been doing already and have been experiencing the wonderful transformative power of coaching in their organization. And of course, through the individuals as well, during our fireside chat, they will also be able to learn a lot about it. And aside from the learning sessions, they will be able to experience coaching conversations from our professional coaches of International Coaching Federation on May 17 until June 17, or where they will be available up to 1 hour. So never miss this opportunity to really experience the empowering, transformative power of the world of coaching.
Thank you, Jack. And I am already looking forward and excited about this Panagtigom event. So, to our audience, thank you so much for watching this video and all the best. And we hope that you will join us in the Panagtigom event next month. Have a great day.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.